You are getting this message because you expressed an interest in an early church deep dive, and I'm excited about that because I'm very interested in an early church deep dive too. You might have picked up on that with my lesson series a few weeks ago, but I'm really interested in doing something with 25 or so of you. We got like 25 people are signed up and interested in doing this. It's so exciting to me. So let me just tell you a few things that I do and don't know about this deep dive. First of all, I don't know exactly what shape it's going to take. I do know we're not going to do it until 2025. But some of the ideas that are being batted around are maybe it's a book study, maybe it's an online course, maybe it's a retreat, maybe it's some kind of gathering, maybe it's a supper club group, who knows, or several of them. Not really sure yet what this is going to look like. But what I'd like to do before we get there is have everybody develop a relationship with one of these early texts. And the text that I am recommending we develop a relationship with is the Gospel of Thomas. We talked about that in my lesson series. So we got a little bit of information about it. But the beautiful thing about that text is there is so much wisdom in it and so many teachings in it that you could sit there and read it and analyze it and intellectualize it and break it apart and do exegesis, all the kinds of things that people do with scripture. And none of that would matter nearly as much as just sitting with it, reading it, and allowing it to speak to you, to move something in your heart. So the practice of Lectio Divina is a contemplative practice where you do just that. You take a little bit of scripture and instead of trying to analyze it and figure out what it's about, you let it speak to you. You let the divine speak to you through it. You let it touch your heart. You let it move you. You let it actually change you. And you see what happens. And you can do this alone or you can do it with a group. And I'm proposing we do it as a group. Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. online. I will send you more information in a few days about exactly what that looks like. But if you can kind of get it on your calendar right now, 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights, the last Tuesday in September, and all the Tuesdays in October, with the exception of October 8th, which I'll talk about in a minute, if we can meet online and engage in this practice together, then before we do the deep dive in 2025, we will have an intimate relationship, the wisdom that emerges from these texts, and we'll all be able to bring to the table how it has spoken to us, each of us in our diversity, coming together in some unity. So, 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, if you can join at that time, it would be great so that we can do this together because there's something about collective energy that really does make a difference when it comes to transformation in our world. And if you can't make it at 7 p.m., we will have a recording so you could do it at any time during the week to just spend some time in peace and quiet and let the wisdom of this text move in your heart and see what happens. See what the new arisings are in your life. Let's see what the new arisings could be in our community. The reason we won't be doing it on October 8th is because we will be having a special chant and meditation session in the chapel at that time, 7 p.m., October 8th. So mark your calendars for that. If you're able to come and join us for that, we'd love to have you there. And we'll be doing an even bigger version of that on election night. So we'll give you more information about that soon. Anyhow, just wanted to get this on your radar. Would love you to put it on your calendar. And I really hope that you will join us Tuesday night for some Lectio Divina with the Gospel of Thomas as we begin to see how this wisdom can can move in our lives and make a real difference. So God bless you. And if I don't see you Sunday, I do hope to see you Tuesday.